Oh my, hey everyone. Welcome back to CQC 2025. We're coming back from the previous match, which was Ukraine versus the United Kingdom. Now it's gonna be potentially the last CQC Major League match. It's gonna be Ukraine Seed 5 versus Poland Seed 4. And in the commentary booth, it's gonna be me, Philoxen, and as a special guest, we're gonna have Dragonfire.
Hello there. You may recognize me. I FC No Mod 1 last match somehow. You may recognize me as the one who can't play aim but sometimes can. I'm commentating this for some ungodly reason. Welcome to the grand finals.
Let's go! And well, what are we expecting from this match, Dragonfire?
Honestly, I imagine this match is going to be particularly close. We have two pretty high caliber teams who can both perform very well on skill cap. They each have their own individual strengths, for an example, Ukraine on speed or Poland on free mod. However, I do imagine that there will be quite the contested match between these two teams.
Yeah, you're so right. And going back into history of these two countries, um, if you know, they have played against each other last year. It was almost the same situation, and in that previous 60 iteration, Ukraine managed to win and get the first place, leaving Poland on the second place, and now Poland actually has a chance to chance for rematch and potentially break the losing streak against Ukraine. In fact, they've already done that. Ukraine were in the losers bracket, and well, yeah, Ukraine absolutely destroyed the entirety of the losers bracket. But the reason why they were in losers bracket is because of Poland. Poland beat them in quarterfinals 5-0. So this is gonna be your potential last matchup of the Major League.
I mean, when you're comparing those two kinds of matches, when you're comparing something to quarterfinals, that was what, a 5.2 star pool? This is 5.7, so the pool that you're looking at is a lot different. It's a lot bigger. You have more slots. And I imagine that'll definitely change the outcome of this match when compared to that initial Poland versus Ukraine matchup.
Yeah, that's right. As we're approaching the grand finals pool, more and more players will start getting skill capped. In fact, if we take a look at the previous finals pool stats, we will notice that Ukraine managed to be the highest placing team out of all the left teams in finals. But Poland not being like that away from them, Poland actually was the second highest team with second highest ZSUM. And in fact, Poland, they had the highest average score, which definitely says a lot. And yeah, now we're gonna be seeing the clash of those two insane teams in grand finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, what do you expect these teams to kind of ban after these protects have now rolled out? We see Hidden One from Poland and Nomad 5 from Ukraine. Quite expected given how Ukraine did perform on that Nomad 5 in the last match.
Yeah, Ukraine managed to close off the map with one FC, not even from Philoxenia, but from Nacho Crazy, who is a newbie of Team Ukraine. So yeah, Ukraine this year, not so different from the previous year, still have a lot of really good mechanic players. And for Poland, they're protecting Hidden One. Well, there is nothing to question because yeah, Poland is just the best consistency team left in the tournament. Definitely showing that in their previous match they picked like all the XX1 slots, the Hidden One, Nomad One, Harder One, DT One. They got some really crazy scores on that. So yeah, their consistency is yeah, it leaves no questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even though you say that, I do definitely think both of these teams can put up very strong holds on aim slots. And so really it's just going to be a case of we see how the teams perform. And we kind of see something similar going on here because we see them protect Hidden One, but then ban DT1 right after. So maybe they're not quite as confident on aim as they'd like to admit.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe like the BPM problem here because DD1 is 240 BPM jumps, which is not comfortable for well most of the players in the tournament. So yeah, that's still understandable. And considering how Ukraine played this in their previous match, almost closing off the map with 2 FCs, then yeah, that team score is intimidating, and I understand Poland's logic here.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see the other team perform so well on this kind of map, your natural response is to ban if you don't think you're up to the task of matching or outperforming it. So this makes sense.
That's right. And well, the next two bans we're gonna be seeing from Ukraine still are not here, but
We see one of them, and it's a no mod
Ooh.
3 ban. They banned this against the UK, and now they're banning it against Poland. Which makes sense. Poland is definitely quite the scary roster on these kinds of control maps, and when you have no mod 3, a map that pushes the skill caps of these players really far, then if you're not comfortable on it, you gotta ban it out.
Yeah, in fact, I would say the carry of Team Poland, which is Ulti-chan, definitely she top scored the previous Nomad 3 in final stage. So yeah, you should not leave that slot open when you're playing against Poland.
Yeah, another ban we see Hidden 2, which this makes sense. You saw how they did. Well, you may not have seen, but you saw how they performed on this against the UK. I believe they have a decent score from Saesing, but outside of that, no one else is particularly great at reading this map. And so this ban does definitely make sense, because I would say out of these two teams, when it comes to raw reading, Poland definitely has the advantage.
Yeah, that's right. As we saw, even Philoxenia, one of the best players in the tournament, got skill capped on that Grand Finals Hidden too. So yeah, it's definitely useful to get rid of such a pick, such map.
Definitely. I would argue it's even one of the most difficult maps in the pool.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we're seeing a following question from Team Poland: are double bans allowed? What could they potentially double ban?
They might be looking into banning some speed. Would make sense. DT2 and DT3. We see a DT3 ban from Poland.
Alright.
Something that the UK also banned into Ukraine. It seems nobody wants to go up against the Ukraine's just high BPM finger control on this kind of skill cap pool.
Yeah, looks like it, and potentially DT2 banned in camp. Oh wait, no, it cannot be DT2 because they already banned DT1 and DT3. So that's it for Poland and for Ukraine as well. So now we're actually moving on to this the pick phase, and the match is actually gonna start.
Indeed, and we'll see what Poland decide to break into the match with, what their first pick will be.
Yeah, definitely expecting from Poland to pick one of those really like generic consistency maps. Maybe Nomad 1, I think that would work out really well, except for yeah, against Ukraine. Or maybe one of the free mods as well, because as Dragonfire mentioned, they have a really strong free mod roster. But
Yeah,
we can
absolutely. These guys have been just dishing out insane team scores left and right on free mods. So it makes sense if that's something that they wish to keep the streak with, given none of them have really been banned and they're all just up for the taking.
Yeah, that's right. But it looks like Poland it still hasn't decided, and it's gonna be free mod.
You're gonna see free mod 1 playing into both their aim strength and their free mod strength. I agree with this, frankly.
Yeah, that's understandable. The map itself, well, yeah, it's just what you expect to see on free mod 1, but also a small addition. It is AR 8.5, so it is quite problematic for those non-gimmick, non-reading players to play with Hidden. So it's kind of like hard rock favored, I would say.
Honestly, to an extent, the AR 8.5 affects how you read this no mod too, as it does just increase the general density to the point where, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if there's like anyone who's hard rock comfort on this. just due to that factor of AR 8.5 increasing the density enough to the point where they can't read it.
Yeah, that's understandable. And we're already seeing both captains from both teams hopping into the lobby. Xabe on the side of Poland, extremely talented and experienced captain. Started playing tournaments all along from, I think, starting from like 6WC2.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and I definitely remember seeing this guy in 6WC3, and yeah, Poland in that 6WC year got second place. And Ulki-chan is coming from that same roster, so we have some really strong veteran players alongside with Itnes, who is, I would say, like the oldest tournament player that Poland has. And then some like really promising kind of new players. Quenti last year in 6WC 2024, 6EC 2024, was playing for Poland as well, but was kind of new to tournaments. Now they are a whole new person. Definitely saw a couple of their crazy hard rock performances. So yeah, really excited to see Poland's performance here. Yeah, and for Ukraine, it's gonna be Philoxenia, Limecat, Wannabe and Nacho. Philoxenia and Limecat, you definitely saw them many times in different tournaments, in 6WC4 as well. Yeah, we're really popping off, and in the last match, also, Philoxenia is definitely gonna be one of those players who you should look after. And Wannabe and Nacho are just new tournament players who we're already seeing to fill in for that free mod 1.
And on the subject of this free mod 1, as I said earlier, we are going to be seeing on the side of Ukraine, whether it's just overmodding or just because of the reading, we see 3 hard rocks that are hidden. Nobody is willing to go no mod on this.
Wait, that's
potentially due to lack of reading ability. I mean, this is kind of what I expected. On Poland, you have the more traditional free mod roster. You have 2 hiddens and a hard rock and a no mod. But then on Ukraine, you do have a 1 hidden and those 3 hard rocks, looking out to potentially balance out Ulqui's no mod with just hard rock comfort more than anything else.
Yeah, and right off the bat, Philoxenia is gonna be already finding a break, and in fact, there is already no FCs on the side of Ukraine, while Poland, it's Ulki-chan, it's Xabe, they're still holding really strong. It's already 150k score difference, and that triple hard rock on the side of Ukraine might have been a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're dealing with hard rock on a pure aim map like this, it's only going to increase that factor due to the circle size changing from 4 to 5.2. And we do see that kind of affect some of these players here, as they're not really able to hold up any super strong combos.
That is gonna be it. There's literally a combo reset inside of Ukraine, while Poland is looking better than ever. It's still Ulki-chan and Xabe holding really strong. The real question is how far they will go with those crazy combos, because I think the outcome of this match, of this first map, is already pretty much decided.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, until Kasabi broke just then, the lowest combo on the side of Poland was higher than the highest combo on the side of Ukraine, which just goes to show these guys are a serious force on free mod, and this map just kind of proves that they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like Poland really knows their opponents well, and the worst part for Ukraine is that they had they let all the other free mod slots open. Free mod 2 and free mod 3 are still not banned, and they're not gonna be. So yeah, Poland will be able to use that in later picks.
Yeah, absolutely. If anything, this is just a sign of good things to come for the side of Poland. And now that the pick's over, Ukraine are gonna need to balance it out with something from their side.
Yeah, meanwhile, we should definitely mention Ulqui's-chan FC on that free mod 1 with no mod, starting off very strong. And yeah, also shout outs to Quenty for getting almost 500k with Hardrock on that. And yeah, Poland having the early lead. And let's see what Ukraine will reply with. Or someone in chat saying Philoxenia not locked in. Damn. Okay. Yeah, maybe, indeed.
Maybe, although we do now see after the ban of DT3, we're gonna see a pick of DT2. I believe this was the same thing that they picked first against the UK.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're clearly looking very confident on this slot.
Yeah,
and
I believe
we'll see if they are. That is rightfully so.
Yeah, I believe there was a double or a triple, even triple FC from Ukraine on this DT2. But if Poland did not ban this DT2, then maybe they have something prepared for it for the map, and maybe they will surprise us once again. But yeah, so far looks like we're gonna be seeing a couple of substitutions on the side of Ukraine. Gonna be Wannabe Ritz, Mr. Malishka, and Limecat joining the lobby. And for Poland, seeing some new faces as well in this match. Gonna be Krisu, Adik, and Kretuba. Definitely Kretuba being one of those carries and one of those core players for Team Poland. So gonna have a significant role on this DT2 especially. And the last fourth player still is undecided.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure who exactly that fourth player will be, but whoever it is, we're going to see Quenty here. They're up to the task, or maybe not, but they're going to be up to the task of matching that Ukraine roster, which is no easy feat on this kind of pool.
Yeah, we've already seen, I think, Wannabe Ritz and Philoxenia FC that last time. So, yeah, it's gonna be really, really challenging for Poland to resist that power that Ukraine has on those mechanic picks.
Yeah, and it's going to be up to Poland to, I suppose, just fend off the Ukrainian roster as much as they can, while Ukraine's job is to match that performance that they just had, which, if the last performance is anything to go by, they'll no doubt be able to do it again.
That's right, and off we go. The map is starting. The early advantage just by accuracy is on the side of Ukraine a bit. Now the score flickered. Already some early misses. First one being from Kretuba, an early break. The map itself is not long at all. It's 1 minute and 40 seconds, so every break starting from here matters, and that's gonna be Ulkuchan, first one to find a break on that.
Yep, shortly traded after by Limecat, but there is going to be. Wait, no, Limecat was a Bancho miss.
Bancho, oh my god.
So in that case, it is going to be 2 FCs, 2-4. And if we see another break from Poland, that score lead is only going to grow, and it does. We see a break from Krisu, 4 FCs to 1, going into the halfway point of the map.
It's not what you want to see, especially as we are approaching a really slow section with free combo that only gonna let Ukraine gain more advantage. And after that slow part is gonna be the second Ki, which is the most challenging. Already a break from Ulqui. It's just Adik and Kretuba versus Ritsu, Malishka, and Philoxenia on the side of Ukraine.
Yeah, and we do see Bancho kind of stalling a little bit here, but the score difference is already 300k. Some unfortunate breaks on the... Oh, well, on the subject of unfortunate breaks, not the side that you want to be seeing breaks from. There are now basically no combos on the side of Poland. 3 left on the side of Ukraine. The score lead continues to grow, and Ukraine have secured themselves a point to match what Poland already has.
And that's gonna be a 3-way FC. Almost getting 4 million team score in grand finals on this DT2 is extremely impressive.
Disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
We should have pulled 6-star grand finals. Not gonna lie.
No, we are not. 6-star grands is an awful idea. I don't know how to tell you this.
They would have gotten skill capped at least. Trust.
No, listen. I'm not too sure about that one, Chief.
Oh, okay. Let's not guess then. Okay. But yeah, the match scores 1-1, and Poland is picking Hard Rock 3.
No, that's not a Hard Rock 3 pick. That was said by Limecat, please.
Oh my god.
Please.
We got baited. We got baited, chat.
I
Oh
believe
my
it is. We are going to be seeing a hidden 3 pick.
We fell
Wanting
for
to
it.
lean into that hidden that they protected on hidden 1, Ukraine banned on hidden 2, and they are quite the control roster. I mean, this hidden 3 should definitely work out nicely for them if the scores are in their favor.
Yeah, from what I remember, Ukraine is not that strong and scary on those flow maps. And this is what exactly Hidden 3 has. Some high spacing bursts, and yeah, some aim control as well. Which is, I believe, gonna be problematic.
Yeah, what a very awkward flow aim, little bit of rhythm, not too focused on the rhythm. But it is definitely still a factor. And when you have the kind of awkward flow and angular, they're not really strays, but bursts that kind of turn at an angle. And when you have those are going to be a nightmare to aim on hidden.
That's right. And yeah, so far, well, looks like the players are just practicing the map solo because it's only 2 players in the lobby.
I mean, it makes sense. This map does kind of demand practice.
That's right. Although it's only 1 minute and 42 seconds, it definitely tests out a lot of skill sets, and yeah, it's not something you could just sight read. Although the SR might seem like very low, especially for grand finals, trust me, it's not.
I mean, you say that, but we have a 4.3 star map in the pool. we have a 4.3 star map in the pool in Fremont too.
Wait, chat, is this true?
It's like 4.3.
Oh no. Wait.
I'm double checking this, but I'm pretty sure it's like 4.3.
That's crazy. Surely we will not see it.
7-star pool is kind of absurd. Okay, so it's 4.37 before mods.
Oh hell.
And then this is the next lowest is this.
Oh my god. But yeah, finally we're gonna be seeing all the players finally deciding on their lineups. Gonna be Xabe, Itnes, Olkuchan, and Kretuba. I would say the core lineup for those rhythmic low AR maps. And for the Ukraine is gonna be Philoxenia, Wannabe Ritsu, Seising, and Nacho.
And there isn't much else to say as we get into the map here. And I think we're immediately going to be seeing just how comfortable these teams are, just even at the very beginning of the map. Because this map, the difficulty doesn't change. It's consistent the whole way through. And if you're breaking at the beginning, you're going to be breaking in the middle and the end. That's just kind of how it is. We see early breaks from Philoxenia, Orqui, Itness, and Seising. 4 combos held in the lobby, 2 on each team. And the early breaks were pretty equal. The main thing to note is the accuracy advantage towards the side of Ukraine. Itness breaks traded by Seising. This map is very short, so every miss is going to matter. As we see 4 players hold. Make that 3. Seising and Nacho Crazy Breaks Wannabe Ritu falls right after, as does Kretuba. The only player with an FC left in the lobby is Kasabe, with an almost combo reset on the side of Poland. Philoxenia goes down. And now, the second highest combo in the lobby is about 150. Kasabe with an FC. If they can hold, then the score lead will continue to grow on the side of Poland, and that's exactly what you're looking for in this hidden 3 pick.
Oh, but not so fast, because Xabe is finding a break. There is 100k score difference, and there is just not enough support scores from Ukraine. Nacho with 300 combo being traded by Kratsuba, and with that the score lead is just gonna be increasing even more. Although there's Philoxenia, but once again, Itness is gonna be the one trading out his score. The lead is slowly slowly shifting towards Ukraine, but I don't think there's gonna be enough time for that.
Yeah, I don't really think there's enough time for the score lead to come back, as it is growing towards the side of Poland, and that'll be the Hidden 3. Quite the close map. But at the end of the day, Poland won the point on that pick, and that's all you could really ask for in a Grand Finals match like this.
Yeah, that's right. Some close rivalries on maps. You love to see that, especially in Grand Finals. And yeah, another successful pick for Poland. It's gonna be 2-1. Now it's time for Ukraine's pick, and I wonder what map they will pick now.
Yeah, some players on the side of Poland saying that they trolled that. I think most of them are. And we do see Ukraine picking that Protect here. We see the Nomad 5. Your pure stamina speed coming in at 227 BPM.
Yeah, Ukraine definitely, yeah.
Given Poland's history, I'm not sure how much to expect out of them.
Oh.
Poland do not have a great history of speed, and Nomad speed especially, so I'm not sure how this will go, but I imagine it'll quite heavily lean to favor Ukraine.
Yeah, just based off the stats in previous rounds and based off the bans that Poland did in their previous matches, you can tell that they fucking hate tapping. Maybe not Nomad 2, but like especially those high BPM maps with tapping. Yeah, and that's one of them. Poland unfortunately could not ban that map, so Ukraine is picking their Protect right off the bat in the beginning of the match. Probably weren't too happy about that close hidden 3 different. So yeah, decided to secure second point by using their Protect.
Yeah, which that makes sense. It's kind of what you want. Some people like to hold that Protect till near the end of the match. Others use it early. It kind of just depends on how you're feeling in this matchup, and when you have two closely contested teams, getting points at all is much better than maybe getting a point in like your last pick of the match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, looks like here Ukraine decided to just get that like early buff, early motivation. Yeah, to just secure that second point. And how I wonder if we will FC. If we will, if not, if we will, if we will see an FC from Nacho this time again.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an FC from more than one member of Team Ukraine.
Ooh.
Only time will tell in a pick like this that focuses so heavily on your stamina as a player, and we'll see if these players have the stamina to be up to the task.
Yeah, and some longer bursts are already approaching. First break from Addict, and now it's 4 versus 3, and we haven't even started with the first Ki section. Once again, Addict finding a break.
Yeah,
you can
Addict
see
with
that,
86 AC, not looking massively comfortable, unfortunately.
Yeah, meanwhile, the accuracy on the side of Ukraine is quite good, but if you actually look at Poland, you will realize that they are not feeling that bad on this Nomad 5.
That's true, the score lead's very close. And like we see break, we see Krisu break, it's now 2 FCs to 2. Addict, unfortunately, not looking very comfortable, but I think we do see a lot of misses from Limecat especially. But full combo reset on the side of Poland. With the exception of Krisu.
And it's now just
the only combo is Philoxenia's.
Yeah, and this slow part is only gonna favor Ukraine, because Philoxenia with an FC due to score multiplier is gonna be gaining even more advantage.
Yeah, and when you have kind of AK on the side of Ukraine and you got this kind of slow, easy section, well, it's not slow anymore, of course. But when you have the easier section here, it's quite easy to just gain combo, and we see Philoxenia doing just that. Going past 1100, and now going beyond that.
Yeah, we're not gonna be seeing an FC from Nacho, but this time Philoxenia is gonna steal the spotlight, and yeah, we're gonna be seeing some crazy 97 accuracy performance from Philoxenia, still holding so dearly to his FC, 13k combo. I mean 1300 combo. But yeah, having no problems with that second Ki. Although Poland is kind of recovering. Those recovers are really good. 800 combo from Krisu, 700 from both Chechautka and Kretsuba. But the difference, it's already
Some
300k.
unfortunate breaks on the side of Ukraine could see this moving over to the side of Poland with those recovery combos. But Kretsuba breaks, and that's not the side that you want to be breaking here if you're Poland. You want to be seeing those big combos, your line cats, you want to be Ritus, and Philoxenia as well. You want to see them dropping, but neither of them want to miss. They just want to hold their hundreds of combo through this Ki here. Line cat breaks, but unless Philoxenia and Ritsu go down too, it doesn't matter with the 440-something K score gap that just keeps growing as Philoxenia's combo goes past the 2000 mark, looking to be set for FCing this map.
Oh god, Dragonfire, these support scores from Poland are really good, but it's still not gonna be enough, because Philoxenia is actually gonna be closing off this map with 97% accuracy FC.
Absolutely.
Which is
a very
very
valiant
good.
show from Poland, but unfortunately not enough when you have a score like Philoxenia's.
And yeah, as we're seeing, there is just a slow part for the last 20 or 30 seconds of the map, so there is nothing much to add on. It's already 600k score difference, and Ukraine once again proven why they are one of the most feared mechanic teams in countries, not only in 6EC, but yeah, it is a world class, really good mechanic team.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the broader range of 6-digit, Ukraine is still probably one of the best countries on speed. And they go and prove it right here and right now.
That's right, and now the situation and the match score is equal, with an exception of, well, Poland still have their protect, while Ukraine doesn't, they just used it. So Poland, I would say, is in the slight advantage, but yeah, it's
although
not that big of a deal.
it really depends if Poland are gonna do a protect exchange here. We'll see if we see hit 'em one or not from them.
Yeah, I could see that coming, especially if double picks are allowed, which they are allowed.
Yeah.
So yeah, could be.
But also, even still, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it because of how close that hidden 3 was. Like, that was a very scary hidden pick. And we don't see hidden, we see Fremont too!
Oh no, the lowest star.
aforementioned 4.37 star map. But don't let the SR fool you. This map is absolutely demon. CS5 AR 8.2, and to top it all off, it's an alt map.
Well, honestly, I would not get surprised if no one sees the map. Although it's
there's
only
no way in
4.3.
hell. I'm sorry, if you
Yeah.
FC this with anything other than easy, why are you playing in this tournament?
Yeah, play in 5WC, or actually in 5EC. Hey, you know that's a thing, right? Well,
That is true, it does exist.
Yeah.
It's already been gone though.
But yeah, for Poland, the lineup is gonna be Itnes, Ulki, Filomaster, and Xabe. The veteran roster of Poland is joining to absolutely show why why Fremonts are not supposed to be left open against them.
Yeah, although I imagine Ukraine definitely able to put up a strong fight on this. If anything, this free mod is the one that Ukraine has the best chance of winning. Philoxenia is really good at hidden. Sasing is really good at easy. And they likely have a Hard Rock up in their sleeve. And it's just a case of getting them all to perform on this pick, which they should be able to do.
Yeah, as we could see from free mod 1, when Ukraine picked 3 Hard Rocks, then yeah, I don't think Hard Rock is gonna be a problem for them on this map. But it's
Yeah.
more, yeah, it's more like gonna be the hidden and like Nomad or easy challenges
Yeah.
for them.
You do see Sasing coming in to play easy.
Let's
Which-
go.
Expected, I think. We kind of heard during the UK match that Sasing does have an S rank on this.
Ooh,
And
okay.
so hopefully we'll be able to see something similar in this match as all with easy. Not the easiest thing to read. And especially the kind of slightly awkward rhythms that this map has.
The question
might
is,
prove to be a
will we
little
see
challenging.
another easy from someone
No.
on the Polish side?
I doubt we're going to be seeing it. The only person who I'd really think we could see that from is from Ulqui. But Ulqui goes no mod, then we see a hidden from Shikotka and Kasabe. And finally a hidden Hard Rock from Itness to wrap out Poland. I think Ritsu is I think Ritsu is playing Hard Rock.
I think the
and
client
I
just...
think the client is
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Indeed,
So-
we see an overmod on the side of Ukraine. Philoxenia goes hidden. And then
Oh,
we
God.
have Ritsu and Malishka on Hard Rock. And of course, Sasing on that easy.
Yeah, Ukraine not learning from their past mistakes, but still it's paying off somehow. Still 10k score difference, but it's not that big. Especially considering that Philomaster and Xabe have really good combos with those Hard Rock variations. While on the Ukrainian side it's just Philoxenia.
I mean, Sasing, definitely, that 150, almost 200 now, combo on a map like this, nothing to scoff at. But when you're being compared against the almost 500 combo on the side of Poland, that's a force to be reckoned with. And it just goes to show their dominance over this mod pool. Even if Ukraine can still put up a very solid fight and keep the score gap close, as long as Poland can hold, then we see the score lead begin to grow. It will only do that more so as the map continues.
Yep, that's right. Philomaster, aka Chechotka, is gonna be just increasing the score difference with that 600 combo really popping off right now and being the carry for Team Poland. And yeah, I believe we have the is a multiplayer counted in the
We do,
the
yes.
scorebar. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, the easy multiplayer is not gonna help in here because it's already counted in, and even with that, it's now 300k score difference, which is extremely impressive from Poland once
And
again.
now it's a matter of just, are we gonna see an FC on the side of Poland? Even with 93% accuracy in FC, and we see a break. Unfortunate, but this map is really hard. I did not expect anything even close to an FC from anybody, really.
Yeah,
and-
that was a nice try.
But yeah,
from,
that's a
from
really
Piotr.
good 700k score on the side
Yep.
of Poland.
So as mentioned before, well, yeah, no one FC'd this map, and I'm not surprised because yeah, it's just cursed, not gonna lie.
It's so hard. There's a reason why this is in Grands, even though it's 4.37 stars. Like, are you seeing these scores? There is one person in the lobby who got above 300k. This match
Exactly.
is just absurd.
But yeah, now it's time for Ukraine's pick, and they still have a couple of tapping maps left. Wait, actually, the only one is Nomad 2.
They have Fremod 3. I did this Fremod 3 is quite tappy overall. But even
that's
then,
true.
it's still a Fremod. So they'll be putting up with Poland's Fremod roster, which, as you've just seen, are quite dominant. And they may be more so on this Fremont 3.
Yeah, so I believe it's a kind of a coin flip to pick Fremont 3 for either of those countries.
Yeah. And really, it's looking at the upper half of the pool to kind of see what's left there and pick from your options. I won't be surprised if we see a No Mod 2. But outside of that, really, what do you expect out of these teams?
I think it would be funny if we saw this DT4 being played.
I love this DT4. I want to put it out there. This DT4 is so fun.
That's
Listen,
right.
it just plays really nicely. It's grid mapping, but like not awful to play, and it's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
True. So true.
It's
I
very
think
different from last round's DT4. I will say that
It
much.
is. Although there are like some geometrical patterns, they are very different because of the AR, the CS is completely different, and yeah, it feels like a very different map from the previous DT4. But we're gonna be seeing Nomad 4 as Ukraine's next pick, and not Nomad 2.
It is a custom mapped by Vox, and it's just a really tricky map. This map is very dense, very kind of tappy, a little alty. It's just it's a mess of different tech-related skill sets all combined into one map, and we'll see how these players perform on it.
Yeah, man, the Ki sections are just wild on this map, as we already saw in the previous Ukraine's match against the United Kingdom. The Ki sections are gonna keep you awake even if you are very tired, and yeah, we saw some great rivalry on this Nomad 4 last time, so hoping to see some cinema moments here as well.
Yeah, I mean, last time we saw kind of some pretty good scores with Malishka, Philoxenia, and Surge all getting above 400k on this map. And so it's up to Poland to replicate that with some strong scores of their own. And only time will tell if they're able to do that.
Yeah, seems like it. And yeah, the lineup for Team Ukraine is the same from it's the same that they had. Yep. While for Poland is gonna be Itnes, Kretu, Beksabe, and Chechotka. Quite surprised we're not gonna be seeing Ulquit on this map, because from what I remember they are good on Nomad 4s. But yeah, looks like no one is safe from the difficulty of that grand finals pool.
Yeah, I mean, even someone who's typically good on Nomad 4s, like, the sheer density of reading this map can absolutely make it an issue for those who are good at deck maps, because sure, you might be good at mech tech, but can you play slider tech? Or something that is more reading heavy, like this map? It really just goes to depend. It really just depends on what you're good at, and we kind of will see that in full effect with this map being multi-skill tech.
Yeah, this map is a crazy mix of all the tech-related skill sets, all combined into that really nice custom from Vox.
Yeah, right, absolutely. This is very fitting for a Grand's Nomad 4.
Yeah, that's right. Xabi gonna be fighting an early break, it still doesn't matter. The map is 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. And yeah, so far, no movement, the map is only starting, but things are about to get interesting once we approach the first Ki, which is gonna start in a couple of seconds, but Surge is gonna find a break, same for Itnes regardless.
Yeah, we're kind of getting into this Ki here. We see who's comfortable, who isn't. Kratuba and Philoxenia are the only ones to hold well, Philoxenia breaks, Kratuba now the only one to hold sizable combo. But nobody has strong accuracy on the side of Poland. And while the combo favors them, the accuracy absolutely favors Ukraine.
Yeah,
wait, Philoxenia's misses Bancho.
Is it Bancho again? Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god,
this
I love Bancho misses.
This map fucks up Bancho so much. Yeah, it's a really same situation in combo department from both of the countries. It's one FC, then it's two support scores, both from Surge, Mr. Malishka, and Philomaster and Itnes.
And really, it's just a case of those accuracies looking much better on the side of Ukraine. You have 95 from Philoxenia, 92 from Surge, 94 from Malishka, 91 from Nacho. Versus the 93, 94, and 289s. So, yeah, even though the combo does favor Poland, it depends whether the accuracy is going to be enough of a detriment to mean that Scully doesn't quite flick over.
Yeah, and this time it doesn't look like Philoxenia is going to be shit missing on that slow slider. He passed that, that mark. Yeah, so yeah, looking forward to see some crazy scores from Philoxenia and Kretuba. Still two only FCs, and the difference is 20k. It's barely moving anywhere. So yeah, that last key
the accuracy and the combos neutralize each other. It's just a stalemate. You're waiting for something to happen, and something does as Philoxenia misses. The largest combo on the side of Ukraine is gone. So many misses, but at the end of the day, the one standing at the end of the cloud of smoke, it's Kretuba, it's Itnes. The two players holding combos above 1,000. Kretuba goes down. It doesn't matter when Itnes, with the 1100 combo, carries the torch and takes that breakpoint away from Ukraine, getting the first kind of score imbalance of the match. I'm messing up words. Don't worry about it. try to play by play. Impossible challenge, apparently.
Alright, yeah, but well, Kretuba and
Itnes, just what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
No other way to say it. What the fuck, guys?
What the fuck? Yeah, absolutely going off. Even though the accuracies are bad, who the hell cares? It's just the combo.
You have 100. Combo.
Yeah, both 1000 combo. Yeah, really, really impressive. With a good support from Philomaster as well. And that is gonna be the first break point of our today's match.
Yeah, I think even if Ukraine were to match their performance from the UK match, Poland still would have beat them, as this score was still worse than the one they got in that match by about like 500k, I want to say.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, and we see kind of picks going the opposite way now, as we see Poland picking Nomad 2. I would have expected the picks of Nomad 4 and Nomad 2 to go the other way around.
Yeah,
but Poland's feeling quite confident on this flow.
Okay.
And hopefully that confidence isn't unjustified.
Yeah, we don't usually get to see Poland picking Nomad 2s, but well, this time things are different, because this Nomad 2 is actually not like stamina draining, which is a really bad, which is a weakness of Team Poland. This one just tests your flow, and flow is something that Poland is really good at, as we saw from that Hidden 3, from that Fremo 2, and yeah, kind of same stuff works here as well for Nomad 2. But on the other side, you have Ukraine, who are really, really crazy on those tapping maps. So it could go either way, if you ask me.
Yeah, that definitely could go either way. And well, as they say, there is only one way to find out.
Yeah, it's to play the map, and for Poland, it's gonna be Kretuba, Krisu, Quenti, and Xabe. While Ukraine is still deciding on their lineup, okay, most likely Limecat, as I thought, Philoxenia and Nacho, of course, they are here for the tapping, and Seising being the last fill player for Team Ukraine on this Nomad 2. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yep. We'll see. Will this be able to bring Ukraine back in the game with a breakpoint of their own? Or will we see Poland speed ahead, claiming that breakpoint as their own, and leaving it up to Ukraine to pick up the pieces and pull themselves back together?
Yeah, they definitely need that point. And Nomad 2 is, I believe, one of the Polish picks that Ukraine definitely can rival and maybe get a break point. And the map is starting.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those picks where, of the stuff that Ukraine could have picked here, this is definitely one of the more coin flippy ones. I would say it is maybe slightly favored towards them, but even still, a coin flip is sometimes it lands on heads and other times on tails, and we'll just have to see which way the coin lands.
Right, and the map is starting. Seeing some streams here and there, no one is breaking so far. Everyone holding strong except for Seising, missing on that more of a flowy short stream. And everyone hitting that except for Seising once again.
Yeah, Seising not looking massively comfortable. His cursor shaking a bit on some of the flowier patterns. Whether that's because he's not comfortable with the flow or with the stamina, it is going to work to Poland's advantage, as it is 4 FCs going into this Ki.
Yeah, and Limecat breaking as well, so it's now 4 versus 2 FCs. Ukraine really needs to see some breaks from Poland, because it's already 170k score difference, but we're seeing Krisu breaking. That's exactly what Ukraine needs. Limecat breaking once again. The lead is still increasing, but Krituba gonna be missing on that flow stream, so now it's 2 FCs versus 2, but it's still not enough for Ukraine.
Yeah, that is an act lead on the FCs from Ukraine. And we see Kasabe break!
And Quenti as well.
We are gonna see it go to the other side!
Oh my god.
It is 2 FCs to none! It is
Look at
favoring
Seising,
Ukraine!
look at Seising shaking!
Oh my god.
how did he hit that? How did he...
Just better, honestly. Yeah.
Oh my god. Ain't
So-
no way.
So, Poland, and so Ukraine, they see Poland taking a breakpoint, and they take one of their own. And now it's up to Ukraine to neutralize the score once more and bring it to a tie.
Yeah, that break point definitely should have hyped up all the Ukraine's team, and I believe now it's the best time for them to try and equalize this match score by picking. Actually, that's a good question. What they will pick, because they ran out of their tablet maps,
I do
which
think-
they were famous for.
Yeah, with the two kind of very well-rounded rosters like these, you're gonna run out of picks by this point in the match. And it's up to you to win as many coin flips as you can. And that's exactly what Ukraine are gonna need to do here. Because really, what are they advantaged on out of the remaining picks? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think it's about time that you rely on your carries and just go and pick whatever they can play really well.
Yeah, at this point, you don't pick what your opponents are bad at, you pick what you're good at, and just hope that Poland is unable to match.
Yeah, that's right. It just gets like really random starting from this point. Because there are no gimmicks for Poland, and there are no captain maps for Ukraine. I mean you can consider DT4 a gimmick.
And no mod 6.
Oh wait, that's right. But
And mod 6 is still open, although it's not the most gimmicky pick, I would say. It is quite alty, which maybe could work to the favor of Poland, the team that did win kind of the frame mod 2, the hidden 3. And especially given, like, Ukraine did ban that no mod 3. Maybe no mod, though, we see Ukraine actually are going to be picking the no mod 6, not Poland. After banning Gimmick and losing it a couple of times, they are going to go into this kind of finger control-y alt map. Philoxenia kind of choked FC in the last match, and now it's up to them to do that once more.
to choke them up once more.
Well, not choke, but FC. We're gonna see an FC this time, guys, trust.
I'm just playing, don't worry.
But yeah, when you like getting above kind of 900k, that's the ideal here for Philoxenia, and we will be seeing hopefully some pretty strong scores alongside that.
Yeah, that's from what I remember. How they played the previous Nomad 6 was a really strong team score from all of them. I think the team
Yeah,
score was like
absolutely.
one like 2 millions or yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
it was just over 2 mil. It was 2.02 million.
Ooh, I see, I see. Yeah, which is good. But okay, looks like the players are practicing the map solo right now.
This is a very practicey map. If you've seen how this map plays, a little bit of memory if you want to not hit 100s on the SV sliders that are present in this map. There's
Oh
only a
no.
handful of them, but you gotta know what you're doing. Otherwise, you are going to potentially drop a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah, there are like 3 or 4 like those Aspire sliders
Yeah.
in the map.
They go back and forth, stop and start, and it's a great time. I like playing those. They feel really cool to play.
Yeah, that's right. I agree 100%. And looks like both teams finally decided with their lineups. Gonna be Nacho, Serge, Philoxenia, and Mr. Malishka for Team Ukraine. And for Poland, gonna be Itnas, Christo, Chechatka, and Ulkwichan.
Yep. And now we go into the map. Oh.
Yeah, and we're gonna be seeing one of those funky Aspire
Yeah,
sliders.
just at the very
Right,
beginning of the
yeah.
map here, we'll see who knows what they're doing.
What the hell is
Philoxenia clearly doesn't.
Oh, drew a heart. How cute.
Yeah, that's definitely how you're supposed to play that. Good job, Philoxenia. I'm so proud of you.
Job. He understood the assignment.
Yeah. Okay, Philoxenia wins. Good job, everyone. Pack up your bags, go home.
He's actually enjoying the tournament.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know you could do that. No, I'm kidding. The study has been really fun. Yeah.
And yeah, right off the bat is gonna be Christo and Itnes finding those early breaks, and the first Kiai is starting now. Early break from Olkwi-chan, which is gonna put Ukraine in the early lead, still holding a quad FC, which is very impressive. Mr. Militia gonna be dropping, but still the advantage is on the side of Ukraine. And
yeah, although it may not be for long, we do see a break from Krisu. However, despite the early break from Idnus, still very strong recovery, and we do see 2 FCs. Nacho breaks, and I can absolutely see this goalie turning on a dime.
yeah, I think it's slowly. No, it's actually not moving. Right now, to be fair. But yeah, it's 2 FCs.
All it takes is one miss from your big combos.
Who also looks like it was
go catapulting the other way.
Yeah, I think it was a Bancho break from Nacho as well.
Yeah, we see the stack here. We see 3 players break on the perfect stack.
Oh my god, Philomaster just note locked on all of those stack nodes.
Ouch. That's really rough. However, as grim as it may be to say, if you're Ukraine, that's exactly what you're looking for to win this pick. Itnus goes down, you have Philoxenia and Nacho holding. And we may see an FC from one, if not both. Nacho goes down, Philoxenia still to hold. Will we see another choke?
Oh no, stop, we're gonna curse.
Will we see another choke, guys?
No, but we end up cursing Ulku-chan.
Another choke.
And the Philoxenia FC in the map.
And there we go. So as it turns out, this pick did turn out quite well, despite what we may have thought.
Now both teams are equal. It's 4-4. It's still a couple of maps to go. Could potentially go to tiebreaker, which would be really cool if you ask me. Absolute Cinema, exactly.
Yeah. What I will say, by the way, I want to point out something about the number 6. Are you telling me like these players aren't like following the sliders perfectly? The SV sliders? You're telling me that's not what you're supposed to do? That's messed up. I just kind of like the fact that you can get away with not following the sliders, like.
Yeah, I don't think
I wish you could enforce that without it being too bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think there are any slider takes on those Aspire sliders, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Yeah, because those are really fun to play. I don't know if you saw how I was following them when we played. Yeah, this map generally is just really fun.
Yeah, it's
And we are
respectable.
going to be seeing hit on one from Poland. Their protect here, which makes sense when you're running out of picks this late into the match. There are only 2 picks left for both teams, assuming a TB scenario. And so getting your protect out there does make a lot of sense.
And a couple of things about this hidden one. This hidden one is, well, you could guess it's awkward aim, and the jumps on this hidden one are extremely wide, and it's just so easy to miss on them because there are literally like cross screen jumps which are
That is
gonna be
true.
chasing, yeah, they're gonna be chasing you like throughout the entire map. Like they're gonna be approaching consistently, and this is the worst part. It's just very challenging hidden one map at,
Yeah, when you have this kind of
280 BPM.
wide, awkward aim at 208 BPM, it is very easy to just drop a couple of misses and tank your score completely.
That's right, and okay, the lineups are a bit switched. Suddenly, Itness is joining Team Ukraine
Oh.
for this map, and Seising,
And so let's go!
yeah, and Seising stepping in for Poland. Oh, never mind. I think they reconsidered.
I think they reconsidered as wild.
Gotta get a little silly, you know.
True.
After all,
Go on.
after all, it's a 6-digit tournament. We're not like professionals. We can.
We
can
are
afford
anything but professionals. I think that's safe to say.
Exactly, Dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh.
I guess we're seeing
I
the
do
back
think we see a. I think someone crashed.
Oh,
At least looking at the chat, I don't know if this is true. Yeah. Yeah.
all
Got
right,
crashed, but not playing.
all right, that's fine.
In that case, we go on with the pick. Whenever it decides to start. Oh, it's starting now. Cool. Just had to will it into existence real quick.
Oh my god, we have 69 viewers. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. But yeah, with that, the map is gonna be finally starting after some technical issues, as I understood. And off we go. Yeah, Seising gonna be finding an early break, then Nacho is trading with Itness. That puts Poland in the early lead, especially with the break from Serge. It's 3 FCs versus 1. Philoxenia against the world once again. But the map is only starting. It's still 2 minutes of it left. Break from Philoxenia and Kretsu, but from Ulkichan and Chechelka as well. It's just a combo reset, except for Serge and Itness.
Yeah, it is very difficult to hold combo on this map. It's honestly a little bit similar to how we had quite a lot of wider jumps in last week's Hit 'em 1. And both teams did put up very strong scores on that, so maybe this Protect won't go as expected for Poland, but as long as Ulqui is holding, the score lead will continue to grow, even if Surge has the combo to balance it.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Serge definitely has more combo, but the lead is just
Yeah,
shifting
I mean,
towards
if you look at
Poland.
the accuracy on the side of Ukraine, it's not looking spectacular.
Yeah, but look
However,
at that break from
The
Ulfi.
combos are massively favoring Ukraine here. You've got Surge, you've got Philoxenia, Itness goes down, and the only combo, okay, well, not anymore.
Oh, there are
Philoxenia
no
goes down.
combos.
There's no combo. The only combo above 100 does belong to Philomaster. And the score lead barely hanging in there. No one really with a particularly strong score on this. Which was to be expected, I would say.
Yeah, when there is no combo, Poland just wins by the accuracy, and that lets them gain more score. And we're already seeing 130k score difference, and that's gonna be, I believe, once again, really decisive victory for Poland on another hidden map. But yeah, still relatively close.
You see the map close out here. And we see Hidden One Protect working out quite nicely for Poland. A almost 300k difference in score. Poland securing a point. One away from match point. If Ukraine can't do the same, then they will be able to bring themselves to match point and maybe even win without the tiebreaker. We'll just have to see if Ukraine can figure out how to bring themselves to a tie.
Yeah, that's correct. And yeah, well, now both countries are left without their protects, and Poland has a 1-point lead. So now Ukraine has once again a chance to equalize the match score, and now things are gonna get interesting in my opinion, because yeah, as we inspected, there are no tapping maps in the pool except for Fremont 3, which is like half tapping, like yeah.
It's a very
also
coin
probably-
flippy map, I would say. Sure, it's tapping, but also it's a free mod, and if the free mod 1 and free mod 2 are anything to go by, Poland kind of have themselves a pretty good roster for it.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, if I were Ukraine, I would. I don't know. I don't think I would have.
I don't
picked
really know
Fremont.
what you pick here. Hard Rock 3!
Ooh.
This makes sense, actually. Even if Poland is still very good at control, they had a good team score on this, almost 1.9 million. They can hold combo on this. And they just have to hope that Poland can't do the same.
Yeah, that's true. So that's what we're gonna be seeing. Last time, well, Philoxenia and I believe Mr. Malishka absolutely popped off in this map.
Yeah, Malishka got 624k
Ooh, yeah, that's
with
very solid.
967 max combo, so really nice score. Generally, accuracy is not looking too strong on this map, but as long as you have the combo, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, so now Ukraine will try to recreate those scores, if not amplify them and improve them. And yeah, Poland does really need that breakpoint, because yeah, if it's a breakpoint, it's just 6-4 for Poland, and they guaranteed tiebreaker. But if not, it's 5-5, and yeah, that's gonna be very, very close and intense for both of the countries. Yeah, however, gonna be seeing Eddic joining the lobby. Did not see him many times so far on these maps, but then now they're here, and yeah, these are gonna be your lineups for Hard Rock 3.
Yeah. Hopefully we should be seeing the map starting soon. We have 4 players on each side. For you, Poland, you see Addic, Inter, Shikotka, and Ulqui. And for Ukraine, Malishka, Surge, Philoxenia, and Limecat. Kind of the expected rosters for these, I would say. And now with the map beginning, we just have to see how this set of 8 players will perform.
Well, let's go. Let's see who is the best manipulator. Yeah, don't look at the background, guys. Anyway, map starting relatively rough from those low BPM streams that already they let Poland gain that early advantage because of accuracy. But now Philomaster and Eddic are breaking, so it's 2 FCs versus 4. And well, just based off the accuracy, Philoxenia and Itness are gonna be the 2 players who are the most comfortable on that map in the accuracy department, and a couple of other breaks. Addict trading Limecat. So now 3 FCs versus 2. The carries of both of those countries are still holding strong. We're approaching the first KI, and let's see how many breaks we're gonna have here. So far, no one is breaking, but that one from Ulkichan and Itness is gonna be really crucial for Team Poland, as they have no FCs left, and now it's only Surge FC in the map, and Chechotka being the only one to rival Surge.
Yeah,
But
really, those two are the only strong combos in this lobby. And for the rest, they're just kind of picking up the crumbs of combo that they can here and there. Because accuracy on this map is, it's not particularly great. We do see it leaning towards the side of Ukraine here, as does the score lead. But really, this map is really tough to get good accuracy on. It's just a matter of how much combo you can hold, as Surge and Chechotka are demonstrating.
Yeah, and still Surge is beating Chechotka on both accuracy and combo and score as well. So that's why the lead is gonna be like slowly but surely shifting towards Team Ukraine, adding break-in once again. All the other players built up some decent support combos, but if it just stays like that, then Ukraine is gonna secure their pick, and the score is gonna turn 5-5.
This monstrous score from Surge over here, coming up to 900 combo, and just Surge refusing to find a miss. Itness breaks, and really, given how strong the combos are looking, we do see Surge break, but there's still a line of defense to get through for Poland. You have those three strong combos. It's Chechotka versus those three combos, and I don't think it's happening. There's not nearly enough time in the map. And so we will be seeing Ukraine win this pick and bringing us ever so closer to that tiebreaker.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, Chechotka managing to outscore Surge at the end, but it doesn't matter because Ukraine just generally had way better support scores. 500k from Philoxenia, 400k from Mr. Malishka, and yeah, and almost 300k from Limecat was the determining factor that led Ukraine once again even out the the advantage that Poland had. Now it's 5-5. And this is looking very interesting and very close. And speaking of the maps in the pool, there are not many of them left. It's just Nomad 1, Hardrock 1, Hardrock 2, and DT4.
Really, everything that's left is kind of... You have the pure aim picks in Nomad 1 and Hardrock 1, Precision in Hardrock 2, and we are going to be also seeing the pick of your Tappy multi-skill Freemod 3, which this was expected, I think, as their last pick. Poland are really strong on these free mods, and they have one last one to go through, potentially securing the match point.
That's right. And this is gonna be the last team. Oh wait, oh my god, the last pick of Team Poland. What am I saying? Gonna be your free mod 3. Actually, custom map was, by the way, a custom song from Samitheus. Yeah, mapped by McDonald's Jr. So yeah, quite a banger map, quite a banger song as well. Really happy that it will get played in a couple of minutes. Because
yeah, absolutely, this map is really good.
Yeah, this map is like a mix of like attack, then tapping at 190 BPM, by the way, which is quite challenging, and also some flow aim as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of the customs this tourney have been incredibly strong. And this is another one in that collection.
Yeah, that's I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, shout out to all of our custom mappers and custom artists as well, because yeah, those songs are quite banger. But yeah, now back to the match. Lineup for Poland is gonna be Chechotka, Xabe, Kretsuba, and Quenti, while Ukraine is still not quite decided who they should put on the map. We're seeing Philoxene and Mr. Malishka stepping into the lobby to Serge and Nacho, and these are gonna be the lineups for this 3-mod-3. Not gonna be seeing Sasing. Well, obviously, it's quite hard to play this with Easy, so yeah, that's not gonna be
absolutely. Which I think we have seen Sasing on 3-mod-3s in the past with Easy, but it seems that in this Grand Finals match, it's just not worth it. And other players are going to be performing better on those other mods.
Yeah, you really need to get the maximal scores.
Yeah. Squeeze every last ounce you can out of your team score.
And we're getting started. Let's see this. Let's see this rivalry. Gonna be seeing once again a double hard rock from Ukraine, but this time they're not overmoding. It's just double hard rock from Nacho and Mr. Malishka, hidden from Philoxene, and Nomad from Serge. And for Team Poland is gonna be Sabe and Kretsuba with hidden, Quenti with hard rock, and Philomaster, also known as Chichotka, for Nomad.
Yep. We do see Poland winning the spin to win here. GG's.
GG's. Okay,
GG's,
well, you
guys,
can leave now.
Yep. You can leave now, guys. That's all the match came down to. But yeah, we are going to be seeing, hopefully, some very strong performances from these players. Everyone holding here, and we move into the first properly tappy section of the map here. Which we are seeing some act drops, and we see the first miss in the lobby coming from Nacho Crazy. Surge has a Bancho miss, so Surge actually didn't miss because, of course. Yeah, really, nobody holding particularly strong accuracy. Except for maybe just like Philomaster with the 97, but nobody else is going above 95.
It looks like it's so many breaks across the board. It's just now Serge, Mr. Malishka against Quenti and Chichotka. And Nacho with a really good support score as well, so... Yeah, after that break from Mr. Malishka, the score is not actually gonna be moving towards Ukraine. It's gonna be kind of equal. But now, it's just Chichotka versus Serge and Nacho.
Yeah, but Chichotka and Serge both playing no mod here. And so the main thing that sets them apart is just the sheer accuracy difference. Neither of them willing to find a break here.
What is
happening? We do see a miss
God.
on the stream. Moving in to these kind of awkward flow sliders, the score lead will start shifting over to Ukraine as long as Surge holds. Nacho with another strong combo.
And
there's just almost nothing on the side of Poland.
Oh my God.
You've got Kesabe, but that's the only strong combo left on their side. Surge misses, Nacho goes down.
Wait,
and now
the score is shifting.
We have to see, is there enough time?
Oh my God, is there enough time?
Is there enough time?
These are last passes
Are we going to see misses? The last passes, we see some tapping. And with a 1.5k score difference, Poland narrowly wins their pick.
What?
And they bring themselves to that glorious match point, hoping to prevent history repeating itself. And see if they can win this match.
That's a crazy,
absolute cinema
difference. Oh my God. Ukraine had it, and then on the last 1 second, it all turned around against them, and they lost the map with 1k score difference. Almost securing that break point, but being slightly not enough. And now it's in their favor to win that last pick that they have.
Yeah, there's one more pick left in the match. You've got options. You've got Nomad 1, you've got Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 2, and you've got DT4. Those are your options. Whichever one you pick out of those is going to determine whether or not you get to the tiebreaker. So you have to pick carefully here.
Oh my God. If I were to guess, I would definitely not pick Nomad 1 because it's the most RNG map out of all three, out of all four that are left in the pool. I don't
know if that's RNG, I would say. However, the some of the key eyes have some very tricky aim patterns that are quite easy to miss on.
That's right. And when there is so much pressure on you, yeah, that's just not the best option to pick that. So yeah, it's either to me Hard Rock 1, Hard Rock 2, or DT4.
Yep.
Maybe Ukraine will even need a timeout for that.
I was
to
just
decide
thinking.
on the
It
last match.
wouldn't surprise me if we end up seeing the timeout used here.
Yeah, honestly, that happened a lot of times in such situations in tournaments. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, because I believe because of the timeout, we're going to be seeing a pick soon or a use of timeout. Which, if it's a pick, then we'll see. Listen, I know what map I'd like to see played. I want to see either Hard Rock 1 or DT4 played. But because I like those two maps, I really like both of those maps. We do see the use of timeout.
Ooh,
Taking a little bit of time to just discuss their strategy, calm their nerves, and make sure they can secure a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Ukraine definitely needs to calm down right now and just pick their last pick of this match while being cold-headed, because that's the best option that you can do. So gotta be some really deep discussions in the Ukrainian voice chat right now, that we are only be able to guess what they are discussing. But with that, there's gonna be a 2-minute pause because it's a timeout. So we got the yap for something else for 2 more minutes. God damn it!
Oh no, guys, we have to yap. It's over.
We have to yap.
What do we yap about? Cool.
That's a good
Love
question.
that.
Chad, give us ideas. Give us ideas.
Guys, conversation topics.
Yeah, please. No, bro, the chat is dead. Chat is dead.
Chat is dead. It's doomed. It's so unfathomably over.
Okay,
Talk about AQS Grand Finals 6.5 stars.
No.
Yo, 6.5 star grands in like 6WC. Guys, you ready? You ready for 6WC to be 6.5 star grands?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a puller for it, I can confirm. It's gonna be 6.5 stars, so like...
Hell yeah. Also, by the way, someone in chat is saying, you should ask me the question, whatever that means.
The question?
I lack critical information, unfortunately.
Wait, what? What is the question?
I don't know what it means. What does the question mean?
I didn't understand that sign. My bad, chat.
I don't understand, chat.
Look at it.
Alright, we see no Model 1! After Philoxenia. Why did I say Philoxenia? Philoxenia is the captain, sure, but Philoxenia is not the entire country of Ukraine, I think.
It's Philoxenia. It always has been.
Oops, all Philoxenia. But yeah, we see kind of, after putting up a 2.5 mil team score on this No Model 1, they're feeling good about their chances of this into Poland.
That's right. We're gonna be seeing this Eurovision song potentially the last map of CQC Major League, and if not, we're gonna be seeing the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker. So it is time for absolute cinema, as they say.
Exactly. And for lineups, I guess Ukraine will just put the same players that played against the UK. And for Poland, it's gonna be the core roster. Like Itnes, Kretsu, Beksabe, and Chechotka. Oh my god. I need to drink some water again. It's okay. I can keep going.
Stay hydrated, chat.
Yeah. Stay hydrated unless it's 6EC 2025 Grand Finals. Ukraine versus Poland.
Water can wait. I have cinema to watch.
Yep, this match is worth every second of the stream.
You can't take some time to get water. No, that's just not worth the time waste.
Exactly. Even the breaks between the maps are so informative and cinematic. No, I'm just okay.
Yeah. Hopefully,
but-
we should see this map starting soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah, both
With a
teams
map like
need to
this-
mentally prepare.
yeah, absolutely.
fair.
Yeah, I think with a map like this, the main thing you want to be paying attention to is the combos. With OD8, it's not going to be particularly challenging to get good accuracy on. However, those Kiais have some particularly brutal jumps that can just cut your score in an instant if you miss a handful of them.
Yeah, that's right. And we're starting. Expecting to see some really good accuracies from, to be fair, all across the board. Because
Yeah,
this
we
map
have
is really easy to
3 SSs on the side of Ukraine.
Oh my god.
So accuracy is definitely in their favor, but even still, it's the early parts of the map. No one's missed yet, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, the score is flickering. Not anymore. Slight advantage for the team Ukraine.
Yeah,
The first
as
Ki
the
is slowly
accuracy-
starting.
yeah. It takes like 10 years to get to the first Ki of this map.
Okay,
So the subject of
finally,
the first
that's
Ki, here we
it.
go. And we see immediate breaks from Kratuba and Evanami. Kind of canceling each other out here. And it is
Yes.
still 3 FCs to 3 coming out of the first Ki.
It's so close. I can't.
It is so agonizingly close.
Is
And
there
by
a
the way,
break
I'd
on
like
the
to
map?
mention, Nacho's still assessing.
Oh my god.
This map has
Surely-
no break. There is not
Oh,
a break
oh.
in this map.
Oh, good. Because if all the players saw the difference right now,
Yeah.
they would have immediately started shaking so much.
Yeah, I think it is both a blessing and a curse. Like, on one hand, you don't get much of a chance to reset your aim for, like, drift purposes. But also, it's like, you just don't need to see what the other team are doing because,
Yeah.
if you do, I imagine the nerves come in. We see breaks from the
Oh
same
my
two
god, once
players.
again. What a
Surge
double
and
break from
Nacho
Ukraine.
break! Philoxenia is the only combo on the side of Ukraine. Kratuba breaks, but that's not who you want to see missing if you're Ukraine. You want to see Itnus, Shakotka, and Ulqui breaking, but none of them miss.
Oh,
All with FCs of absurdly high accuracy. And the score lead continues to grow. There's
And it's
only
still-
one Ki
oh
to
my
go,
God.
and it's looking like the score is safely in Poland's hand. They're gonna win
That's
this match.
true.
All they have to do is grasp it. And grasp it, they sure will. History will not be repeating itself. No bracket reset. Poland wants to end this right here. Right now. We see FCs from Ulqui and Philoxenia.
Oh.
And that is the end of the 6-digit European Cup 2025.
Your
Major League.
winners are gonna be Team Poland, securing that first place and yeah, winning the first place prize. Yeah, the banner.
Sorry,
and-
I already
Yep.
saw ping at Philox and web banners.
What the fuck?
Sorry, Drew, sorry,
Nah,
Master.
nah. No, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
GG's to everyone who played in this match and just in this tourney as a whole. And that will be all that we
That will
have.
be all. Do we wanna do we want like a couple of players from both countries to like maybe ask them some questions and interview them?
Yeah?
Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Oh, hey, let's see. All right. Yeah, I guess let's start from Poland. Okay, let's see who they want to
Sure,
send.
we
in.
gotta see TB for fun. I'm just thinking, we gotta see
Oh,
TB,
you
right?
want to see TB for fun? Okay.
Yeah,
let's do
we
that.
gotta see TB.
Fair.
Surely we see TB getting played.
But yeah,
It's so doomed. Oh, okay.
it's
We have the TB here. Why is this 6.5 stars, by the way?
Don't ask me that.
I would love to know actually like why this is 6.5 stars. It plays like 6.1. I can't lie.
I don't know, because like when they were mapping the map, it was like 6.1 or 6.2 until the last 20 seconds of the map, and then they mapped the last 20 seconds of the map, and then it randomly became 6.5. Which is fucking
So
wild.
true. I'm honestly willing to bet it's because of the stream.
Okay, so I guess we can see the tiebreaker showcase from
You
players.
can see the TV
Yeah, and then
getting
we
played.
can just and then we can just interview them.
Yeah, this is the alternate universe where Ukraine wins no matter what. Clearly.
Win 3.
Yeah, we'll see how this matchup goes, and how it would have happened if these players were to go to tiebreaker.
That's right. So yeah, so excited to see that. Yeah, just such a shame it didn't happen like in the actual match, because that would have been so fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Grand Finals TV it's always something you like to see. It's not gonna happen always. However, it is definitely something that, like, as a pooler and a host, you would just love to see. And so even if we're not seeing it here at 6-6, we are still going to be seeing the map played, as this is just an excellent tiebreaker. And
Yeah,
here we
that's
go.
true. And yeah, these are your lineups: Kretuba, Quenti, Xabe, Ukui, for Ukraine, Limecat, Saison, Kluxenia, and wait, what the fuck is that? It's our referee. Yo,
Wait a second.
Who the fuck let him in? Who the fuck let him in?
Man,
Yo,
that's wild.
Ukraine got some reinforcements suddenly. Oh my god.
By the way, I'd like to mention the Saison is easy hitting this.
It's okay, it's okay.
Well, why can you read? Listen, I might be an easy player, but people who can play easy hidden astound me.
Yeah, easy hidden is way different from just
Easy hidden is a whole different beast.
Oh god.
But yeah, and we see TB being played here. This map is just absolute cinema.
Yes, so epic.
Yeah.
A lot of really intense sections.
As they say, she free on my fall till I scutoid. I regret speaking. You can kick me from the comms booth now.
It's fine, that's fine. Alright. What the hell? Kretuba is still holding, but KO.
Yeah, Kretuba still holding here. The stamina just seeming to be absolutely no issue for them as we get into the first kind of techie section of the map.
Yeah, the only one holding alongside with Kretuba is Emo, who is by the way 30k 30k really strong tournament player.
That is true.
Yeah, that is true, and Kretuba is almost outscoring them, which is wild.
I mean, if not for hidden, then yeah, that would be the case.
That's right.
Yeah, this DB is just really tricky. I definitely think part of the challenge of this DB comes with the fact that it tests your tapping mechanics, which honestly is something I wish we saw in more tiebreakers. I feel like it's quite rare we see a TB that truly tests, like your tapping mechanics, and this does with its 200 BPM streams.
Yeah, exactly. And oh my god, look at Kretuba still holding an FC and Emo just missing. So bro is actually cracked. Like 1k combo mark. Looking potentially to FC that. If they FC that, that's I'm
sorry, if you FC this tiebreaker, get out. I'm sorry, what?
And so far, they are already halfway through the map with an FC.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, what just a ridiculous tiebreaker score. Like, there's not much else you can say to that. So I do think if this did go to tiebreaker, we would have likely seen Poland winning with just the absurd score from Kratuba.
Yeah. Oh no! Right, an unfortunate miss from Kratuba here.
Yeah, unfortunate, but still just a really nice score.
Yeah, I think it's still even an S rank. Because that was a slider break. But yeah, with that we can... Yeah, we can just prepare for...
That is true, there is another match happening after
little
this.
interview. What? Yeah?
I think... is there another match happening after this? I think there is.
No, there's nothing happening after this, but yeah, we're just gonna like...
Yeah?
Yeah, we're just gonna interview a couple of players and that's it.
Yeah,
From both teams.
Yeah. Weezer mentioned. I'm sorry, I had to point that out in the hit sounding. I don't know who hit sounded this, but whoever it did put a Weezer riff in there, and I love it.
Oh no.
Yeah, and there we go. That is the tiebreaker. And that will conclude the 6EC25 Major League.
That's right.
GG's.
GG's to both teams and... Wait, where's Filimaster? Let's... we need Filimaster in. Okay, let's get him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yo.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello everyone.
Yo.
Oh,
Okay.
so
Wait. Oh, we got both at the same time.
True.
Yeah, we got Vanity Ritz and we got Mr. Chichotka Filimaster, which is really cool. So yeah, I guess first we will just talk to our winner of 60C. So Mr. Filimaster, how are you feeling after finally becoming the champion of 60 European Cup?
Pretty good, especially since that's my first ever tournament win. So it's really special.
Oh, holy shit!
It's really special that it was with the Polish guys and girls. I'm so proud of my team. They played so fucking well. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear.
No,
that's fine, man.
But still, well played to Ukrainians. Well played to you guys. We had a hard match and it was very enjoyable facing you guys again in finals this year.
Hey, that's nice to hear. Okay, one more question. What did you guys feel after that 3-3 outcome? Because on stream, you know how it looked like. It was so close up until the end.
Yeah, it was rough. We thought we lost it, so it was quite a damp atmosphere down under in our VC. But yeah, then I believe Kratuba shouted that we won by like 2K. We were so fucking happy by then. So yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's nice. Also, the thing I noticed is that, well, it's not a secret that half of your roster, if not more of the roster, are very experienced tournament players that have been playing like all the way since like 2022 or 2021. So
yeah, that's true.
Are you guys still planning? Like, do you have plans for 6WC with the same roster?
I know some of our players considered ranking up. I can't speak for them as of now, so we will see. Nothing is set in stone, right?
I see. Yeah, that's right. And well, yeah, thank you so much, Filimaster, for joining us today. And
thanks for having us. That's very cool. We get to play 6EC again.
Yeah, no problem, man. Well, yeah, we hope to see you in more tournaments. Yeah, maybe in 6WC as well. Who knows?
This
So,
is quite different
yeah.
from the response people normally get after winning 6-digit tournaments of never playing this rank range
No,
ever
no, no.
again.
The only problem is that there are D rankers interviewing the other D rankers. So like,
That's true. This is just D rankers BC.
Yeah, honestly.
But guys, I love 6-digit tournament grand finals. It's D rankers versus D rankers. Who's gonna win? Is it gonna be the D rankers or the D rankers, guys?
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's to both of your teams. You two both played incredibly well.
But yeah, I think with that, thank you, Philmaster, and we are gonna turn back to our runner-up team, which is Ukraine, and here in the VC we have Wannabe Ritsu. Yep.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yo, what's up? So, definitely the first question that comes up to mind is that, well, you are not a really experienced tournament player, and if I remember correctly, this is your first tournament.
Yes,
so-
I've played like a couple of fast cups back
Oh, a
in
couple.
2022, so
I
I don't have much experience.
Mhm. Yeah, but like this is your first experience playing like a big tournament.
Yeah. Yes.
Yo, and like how did you like it, or and like just what?
Of course,
like,
I was
feelings
really
did you like?
nervous a couple of first matches, but
Ooh.
against like Switzerland, and after that Germany, I didn't have really much nerves,
Mhm.
so I
I
got
see.
accustomed to it.
Was it nice playing in such like a big team, because well, it's 8 players, and how was like your team atmosphere in the VCs when playing those matches? Like, was it fun? Or...
The atmosphere was very good. Nacho was keeping up our mood.
Hey,
Our good mood. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was posting some funny stuff in our chat. So yeah, atmosphere was good. But I think maybe on our last pick we weren't quite sure, and atmosphere wasn't that good. We weren't sure what to pick, like Nomad 1 or Hard Rock 2. So
I see.
yes.
But yeah, still, we hope that well, you and your team enjoyed playing the tournament, and especially,
Of course.
yeah, for second place in such a tournament as one of your first tournaments is a really good achievement.
Yes. Plus, I needed to get accustomed to my new laptop, to my new monitor, like in the middle of the tournament. I guess before I played Germany.
That sounds rough.
That
Yeah,
sounds
a couple of
rough.
days before we played against Germany, I switched to a new laptop and a new monitor.
What the hell, bro adapted to a new setup within like 2 days or something. That's crazy.
Mid-Tony.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, did you just like playing the tournament? And the question is, will you probably join like some other tournaments in the future?
I definitely will, but I'm not sure because I'm gonna have some exams in a short time.
That is
So,
true.
I
Exams
guess
are
we'll
coming
see.
up in like 2 months' time.
Mhm.
So
I guess I'm gonna join. Yeah, I liked it very much.
yeah,
Okay,
Tony,
let's go. Yeah, we always love to see some like new faces in the tournament scene. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much, Wannabe Ritsu, for joining us today. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it with the commentary, with the interview for now. So yeah, thank you both, Philomaster and Wannabe Ritsu, for joining us and giving us some like more insights from both of the teams. Was really interesting to to hear your opinions and
No
what
problem.
you
Thanks
felt.
for having us.
Thanks for having. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
no problem. Bye bye.
Ciao, guys.
Yep, have a nice weekend. But yeah, that was it with the interviews, and for now we can just we can give out the closing speech, which is well, me personally, thank you everyone for staying with us up until the end. Those 30 people really means a lot. Um, yeah, I honestly, well, you know me as a as like a D ranker, never been like staff like in a like major staff position for like such a big tournament, but yeah, but due to Frauen letting me admin in 6cc, so yeah, like a huge shout out to Frauen, who's actually streaming, by the way.
That
Yeah,
is true. Shout out to the streamers.
yeah, shout out to streamers as well. So yeah, thank you, Frauen, for letting me in. Definitely was a fun experience. Started well, all pretty much rough and like stressed, especially with those pre-tournament events, like organizing everything like at 2 a.m. Was yeah, was kind of
I was not aware of this as like someone who just played in the tournament.
yeah, that was it. It was pretty much stress those first 5 weeks. But then yeah, then me and Frauen and all like most of the other staff team, we really worked well, and I believe managed to well finish at least the major league really well, because well, this is the end of major league. The minor league is still not ended, because the other minor league match is gonna be tomorrow. But yeah, the main stage of 6cc is concluded. Yeah, and huge shout outs to all the streamers like Frauen, Squidas, Lunexia, and some others. Really carried here. We managed to cover, I believe, most of the matches, like 30 matches, if not more, for both minor and major league. And it's not even the end, because once again, the minor league is not over yet. Huge shout outs to all the commentators. Yeah, was really having fun working with them, and yeah, the pulling team as well. Yeah, mostly for Frauen and Wheelsfast for organizing this whole thing, and for Frauen to actually making the prize pool for the tournament from his own pocket, which is really respectable. And yeah, I was really happy with being an admin for this tournament, and I hope you guys liked it. And well, for 6cc for Major League is gonna be over, but we're actually yeah, after that, you know that 6WC is starting in a couple of months, and well, what can I say? I'll see you guys there, because yeah, I'm gonna be working for 6WC as well. So yeah, it's been really nice, and I hope to see all of you guys around next time. And yeah, hope you just like the experience of joining the tournament itself, or just being a regular viewer. We tried our best, and yeah, all this success, in my opinion, just yeah, was built up on our dear hosts and our dear staff team. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else much to add up. It's been yeah, me, Philoxen. Thank you, Dragonfire, our special guest,
That's
for
true.
joining us. Yeah.
I'm not really sure. As someone who only really played in this tournament and not really a member of staff, I'm not sure if there's much I can add to what you've already said. Really? This was definitely quite the fun tournament, though. And GG's to everybody who played in it. And yeah. I don't think there's really much else to say.
Yeah, guys, so that's gonna be it. Thank you once again, Frauen, for streaming this exact match. Thank you, Dragonfire, for joining us. And it's been me, Philoxen, the admin of the tournament. And we'll see you guys around tomorrow for the last 6cc minor league match. And yeah, thank you all for watching. It's off. Okay, it's off. It's off.
No. You can
Oh,
say
it's not up.
Wait,
Oh fuck! Okay, bro,
Good job,
I
team.
get
Good job.
baited. I
Breaking
get
news,
baited.
guys.
They
That's
said
all,
good
but
job.
that's all,
Oh
guys.
my god. So
Thank you for your. And that's all. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
That's
Your
been all.
6cc.
And as they say, see you next time.